It's time then for one final race in this year's Formula One World Championship. 2010 saw 4 drivers in contention for the title coming into this race, with Sebastian Vettel prevailing to become the youngest world champion to date. Is there one last sting in the tail awaiting us today? Well, it's time to find out, here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. The Yas Marina circuit is made up of 3.28 miles of track, featuring 16 corners with 2 very long straights. DRS zones going into the heavy braking zones of both turn 5 and turn 7 offer plenty of potential for overtaking. The circuit comes with its fair share of tricky corners, which will certainly test a driver's braking management. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Phoenix lines up on pole position, with Charles Leclerc alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Norris, Sainz, George Russell and Ricciardo, Fernando Alonso, Ocon, Hamilton and Pierre Gasly, Perez, Mick Schumacher, Guan Yu Zhou and Latifi. Verstappen, they'll be starting further back after an earlier grid penalty. Albon, Théo Pourchaire and Lance Stroll, Magnussen and Yuki Tsunoda. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. It's race day yet again, and joining me for a chat is Anthony Davidson. And our racers are certainly in for a rough day today. What will you be watching out for as they head into turn 1?
Well, the start of the race is always one of the most nerve-wracking parts. You have to hope that everyone is able to get off to a clean start, and this is possibly the trickiest part of the entire race. So many drivers in such a small space, and finding your braking point into turn 1 as well. It's a testament to the driver's skill that there aren't more incidents.
The formation lap gets underway, and every driver will be looking to settle in for the race ahead, making sure that their car is ready for the battle once the lights go out. We're almost ready to start the race as the cars take their positions on the grid, with the drivers and teams making their final braces. As we have 5 lights for the final time ahead of the drivers, it's lights out and away we go. Verstappen getting away better and has that inside line going into turn 1. Verstappen's ahead. Kevin Magnussen wheel to wheel there, but it's Verstappen out in front and pulling away.
We're looking to hold up. I think it's best to do that.
Be nervous of the back of the Red Bull. Will have a lunge up the inside, inevitably cuts back underneath him, and that's exactly what we expected to happen. He will now drive past him, give him a cheery little wave, and that was about all this could do, or was it? As with DRS is coming back into turn 9.
Can make it into turn 9. He's saved up a bit of energy from that battery store, and with a bit of DRS possibly as well, has blasted past, so he is going to hold him up just that little extra bit. This is a very, very good tussle here. It's as absolutely on the limit and as fair as he can be.
Okay, back him up, back him up.
As they make their way around the final 2 turns, going to try and get to turn 1 and have to go the long way around the outside to do it, and can't quite do it. Playing the ultimate team game here for Max Verstappen, and this is really frustrating. It's going to be hurting his tyres a little bit as well.
What the fuck is this dickhead doing?
And the 134s and the 133s, the gap now coming down, and you can see him right in the background. Has played the ultimate team game, and he's really brought his teammate back into play.
And he can give his teammate a bit of DRS for good measure, so great team play. That's the team play we talked about earlier on. Now he gets clean out of the way.
He's a legend.
Absolute animal. No fight.
No fighting.
That's very unfair, but okay.
It's a victory that will give Red Bull the Constructors' Championship in 2022. It's celebrations for team and for driver on such a poignant weekend. Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix and rounds off the season in perfect fashion for himself and for Red Bull.
We are world champions. Thank you so much, and thank you, Dietrich Mateschitz, for everything that you have done.
No, this one was for Dietrich. And yeah, congrats guys, what an amazing season to win also the Constructors. You guys really deserve it.
They all came to challenge, as they have done throughout this season, but it's Red Bull on top. Won in Texas and sealed their first Constructors Championship since 2013.